Hi everyone. I got my new tripod and I'm trying to get it to work out. So what I'm doing is trying to set it so that you can see my stove. And if you don't see me, I think that's fine too. Hi Erlene. I'm not sure it's the right one that I got. Alexis has one that puts on the stove. Hi. And I wanted to. So I'm going to have to tilt this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing on the stove. And if you can't see me, at least you'll be able to hear me. So I'm trying to show you exactly. Hi, good to see you. And I'm going to have to flip the camera back so that I can. Hi, Stephanie, good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to probably have to flip the camera back so you can see my stove, because right now you can't see the stove. You can only see me. So I want to point to the stove. So I'm going to flip this. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to have to also flip my tripod. I'm going to move it a little bit. Yeah, it's going to take trial and error. Maybe Alexis will come in here and help me with this, because I've never done this before. This is a brand new tripod, and it's one that like she's got. I'm going to try to turn it this way. Yes, you did. And I'm going to try to do this the best way I can. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to flip the camera. Maybe, yes, I think I am going to have to flip it, because you're only going to see me. You won't see the stove. Now, if you don't see me when I'm working, then you know I'm there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to turn it down so you can see my stove, and I can go to you and tell you exactly what I've got in here at the time. Let me flip the camera around. Okay. Now, as you can see, this here has got, oh, you can see my hand. Wow. This has got vegetable broth in it. I had some protein vegan broth, and it calls for 14 and a half ounce cans. Well, you can't buy the cans there of the vegetable, or it's only of the chicken and the beef broth. So I thought, well, I've got some extra in a box. I'll just put it in the have it in the refrigerator. I'll use that. And what I have in this other skillet here is a whole onion and 2 garlic cloves that I minced up, and I've got to saute them until they get really good and until they get translucent. Now, you're not going to be able to see me, but you'll be able to see my hand. I guess that doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is the protein vegan broth. It's not the actual vegetable broth, but I don't want to use chicken, and I don't want to use, and I do not want to use beef. So, oh, thank you. Oh, you made, oh, great. I'm going to have to stand here so I can see your comments, but at least you can see my hand. So I guess that matters. And I can always flip the camera around the other way again. Doesn't it look good already? Yeah, I think it does. This has to go, and it has to get real good and done. And then, I will show you, then I have to add pasta to it. You can't see it, but here it is. It's you can't see it. You'll see me put that. It's 3/4 cups of pasta. Until I hope Alexis comes in and kind of guides me. You're on. Well, I'm hungry too. I'm really hungry. So I'm just as hungry as you are. So oh yes, and I'm hoping that this now. Oh, thank you. Now, you let me know if you can't see anything on this tripod, because this is a brand new one that I just got yesterday, and I wanted to make it so I could see the stove. If you don't see me, that's not the real big deal. You can see my hand at least, but right now I'm trying to get this boiling, and then I put the pasta in for about 8 to 10 minutes. How much are they? Well, this one was $34.95, and I got it from Scoping Products. Jeff from Scoping Products. He is on Periscope, and I believe this is the one that Alexis has. I'll have to take a picture of it and send it to her, because I'm not really sure if this is the one that she has or not. I think it's pretty much the one that she has. No, I didn't. No, I don't. I'm not using any flour or butter. As you can see, I've got this other skillet, and I'm going to use the same spoon. This is the Pampered Chef skillet in the back, and I did not put any oil in there or anything. I just put my onions in there and my garlic cloves, and I'm just going to make it until it's translucent. Saute them until it's translucent. Oh, thank you. I think I had a bot. If you see those bots, just go ahead and get them for spam, and I'll get them later, because I'm not really paying that much attention. But I want you to watch me cook on the stove because you never get to see anything I do. You're always looking at me, and it's about time that you watch what I'm doing instead of me. And this is also the Pampered Chef double boiler, if you're or the Dutch oven, if you want to call it. So, but you know something? This is a new tripod. It's something that that I'm hoping that will be valuable, and I'll increase the heat. Well, I already have it. I can probably put it up a little higher. There, I put it up one notch. And hi to all those coming in. And thank you for coming in. There we go. I didn't have your pictures up high enough. When I swiped it up to get rid of the red. Okay. Welcome, Lisa. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Yes, they do get hot. You don't want to use it, but although this will take up to 480 degrees. 480 degrees you can use on them. So this is, I have to get this real hot. I need to look at my, okay. I got to bring the vegetable broth to a boil. Right now you can hear the onions in that sizzling, and I'm going to go reach back here without knocking the tripod over and just kind of stir these a little bit. They just have to saute until they get translucent. And like I said, I added no oil into the bottom of the skillet whatsoever. You don't have to add oil because nothing sticks to it. And that's a good thing. Nothing sticks. So, and I had made this recipe before, but I did not have this tripod when I made it before. So I thought, well, I'm going to make it again this time and use the tripod because I promised everybody I would. I'd use the tripod. And like I said, it's just trial and error right now. I'm learning how to use it, and until I learn how to use it real well, you just have to bear with me doing what I'm doing. Welcome to everybody coming in. I hope it's not freezing up on people. I see Valerie keep going out, and people keep going out and coming back in. I just hope you're not freezing up. As soon as this gets boiling, which it should be make it a little hotter. I could do it a little better. Raise it up a little better. I'll leave the onions in the way they are because they're doing okay. You can just see my hand. You know that I'm in here, and I'm just and that's one good thing about these pans. You do not have to put any oil in them because they get really hot. Nothing sticks, and these pans are worth every bit of it. And those of you that don't know, I won these on a raffle from Alexis when she drew my name. And Erlene said that if I would enter the contest and I got my name drawn, that she would buy these for me. And with the condition I pay her back, which I am. Oh, it's not freezing on your end? Good. So I am going to pay her back, but she got them for 50% off, which they are normally $450, which makes it $225. So I promised her that I would pay her every month, which starting this month because I get paid this week, and I'll send her $60 for the first 3 months, and the last month will be a short month. It'll be a lot less. But yes, oh yeah. What's the dish name? It is chickpea pasta tomato soup. Now it calls for peeled tomatoes, whole peeled tomatoes, but you gotta have to chop them up. And I thought, well, why go through all that work when I can just buy a can of crushed tomatoes, and I have it, and I already have it, and that's what I've done. I bought a can of crushed tomatoes and using it and putting that in there. Yes, chickpea pasta tomato soup. You got it right. That's right. And these are getting pretty close to being translucent. You don't have to cook these very long. Whoa, sorry about that. Almost knocked the tripod over. Got to watch that. But it's not real sturdy, but it's only sturdy enough to be on the table or on the top. This is only going to be used for my cooking scopes, not going to be used for my church scopes. Yes, doesn't it look good? But this, as soon as this boils, which should be coming any time, then I'm going to add the pasta to it. And it has to cook for 8 to 10 minutes. Now, they said in the directions to cook it a long time, but you don't want to get it real soupy either. Oh, you add salt? Well, I got to put salt in my recipe, but you know something? They don't need to be real done anyway. They just need, oh, you can smell it. That's why we need smell-o-scope, don't we? I'm going to go ahead and stir these a little bit more, but I think they're just getting, because you got to put them in the thing anyway. I think we're going to turn the onion ones off. There we go. Turn them off, and then just let them sit and keep working with this. As you can see, this you can use a metal utensil in here. Nothing sticks because you won't scratch it. But I still have silicone. I still have my plastic ones. I don't want to use metal in it because I'm afraid that I might get carried away and really get a lot of scratches. I want to keep these nice. Hi, Barnes, and those that are coming in, welcome. Thank you for coming in. I decided that I was going to show you how to do this. She's not in here right now, but she's on Facebook. Her name is Alexis, and she's a friend of mine in my Facebook. I also have a hi, good to see you. And this has already been posted up on Facebook when I first made it, when I did not scope it. So you have to go back and look in my Facebook group to see it, because I did post it in there. This will go up on YouTube, because there are some people that don't have Periscope and do have YouTube, so I'll have them look there. But I'll get it posted up on there. You're welcome. And if you want to join my group, and you're not a member yet, I have 234 members, 243 I think right now. The name of the group is Karen's Vegan Heaven. Just go into there and do a search for Karen's Vegan Heaven, and I will approve you. Now, sometimes I don't get into Facebook and approve things because Arlene will let me know when she's got recipes that need to be approved, and I'll go ahead and approve her recipes. And so, if you happen to not get approved right away, don't worry. Yes, Karen's Vegan Heaven. If you don't get approved right away, don't worry about it, because you will get approved. I just don't get on Facebook as much as I need to. I need to get on there a little bit more, but I figure if there's nothing going on much, and like Arlene said, there hasn't been much going on lately anyway. I'm only on there for my family, for my friends, and I've got my group, and I don't intend to let my group go, because my group is a very important group, and people keep asking. I had 2 or 3 this morning that wanted to be in the group, so I invited. Yes, I am putting it on YouTube. Everything that I do in here goes on YouTube. I will definitely put it up on YouTube. I haven't put Sabbath's prophecy scope up there yet. I've got to get that done, but I will put it up on YouTube. Oh, hi, Stacy. I got a different tripod, and I'm trying it out. You won't see me as much as you'll see just my hand, because it's a tripod that like Alexis has, and I haven't quite figured out how to get myself in it yet. Good to see you, Stacy. And this is my chickpea pasta tomato soup. I wanted to scope this. I've made this before, which is very, very good, but I wanted to scope it and show you how to make it. Right now, I'm getting this vegan broth. I'm trying to get it all boiled up. Oh, it is so far. It's a small one. It's got small feet on the bottom of it. You have to add the feet. But it's nothing I would use in church for the church scope. I got the regular one for church scopes, but for here, this will just fine. But I wanted to be able to scope so that you could see me cook on the stove. Whether you saw me or not, it didn't matter. Alexis, you don't always see Alexis either, but at least you can see what I'm doing, and I can always, when it comes time to show myself, I'll turn the thing around and redo it. So right now I've got my iPhone kind of sitting vertical, half vertical and half straight up and down, so I can, I am too, Stephanie, I really am. I'm so glad you could come in here too. You finally must have gotten the notification, because I mentioned to you yesterday that I was going to do a cooking scope. I haven't done it in a while, and that's the reason, is because I wanted to wait to get this tripod. I wanted to do it right, because with that stand, it wasn't cutting it. You had to kind of look over everything, and I couldn't get it to the point where you could see inside the pan. That's the whole idea. Oh, good. Well, thank you, Arlene, for inviting her. That's wonderful, because, yes, please invite followers and share this out if you want to, because this is a recipe. Okay. Hi, Barnes. What's in here is right now is only protein vegan broth is in here right now. And it calls for 3 cans of vegetable broth. But when you go to the store, you can't find vegetable broth in cans. You can only find chicken and beef. I don't use those. So I had some protein vegan broth in my cupboard and a little bit left in the fridge, because it takes about 44 ounces. So I just put what was in the fridge in there, plus a whole box, and I let this boil. And as soon as it gets boiling, which is probably pretty close, then I put my 3/4 cup of small seashell pasta. I don't know if you can see it. If I can hold it up to you won't. You probably can't see it. Anyway, you'll see it when I pour it in the. Oh, you use vegan bouillon cubes? Oh, I suppose I could. I don't know where to get those though, Stacy. But anyway, I'm enjoying this tripod so far. It took me a little time to get it set up, and Earlene texted me and wondered if I was coming on scope, and I said, yeah, I'm trying to figure the tripod out, because I was trying to figure out different angles, trying to figure out what was the best way. Couldn't sit it on the floor because the legs are too small for that. It's not sturdy enough for the floor. This is basically just for my cooking scopes. That's all it's for. My regular tripod I use at church, that's what I'm using that one for. Yes, it does, doesn't it? And what I like about this is at the bottom, I can turn the whole thing all the way around. It's got a knob at the bottom that I can just turn it in any direction I need to go. They have the non-chick cubes at Kroger. Okay. Well, there's Alexis. Hi, Alexis. You can't see me. I'm not doing too good with the tripod so far, Alexis. I'm just trying to learn. You can see it in my skillets and stuff. All you can see is my hand. Hi, see, good to see you. Because I use protein vegan broth, but once I put other stuff in there, it won't look like this. I think I got the same one as you did, Alexis, but I haven't quite figured out, and I'll have to get some pointers from you how to show myself and you at the same time. I just got it yesterday, and I think I paid $34.95 for it. So no, it's not. It's not. I think this is getting to the point where it's ready to boil, and then I'm going to add my. Yes, I do. I do have the box. I will go get the box for you. You're going to have to. Just talk amongst yourself, and I'll go get the box. I don't think you can see the box. There. This is the box. I don't know if this is the same one you have, Alexis. This is the box. This is the box I got my tripod in. Is this the one that you have, the YT1288? Because that's the one I thought that you had. Oh, thank you. I don't know if this is the one you have or not. Somebody was asking, they wanted to see the box of the tripod, and I kept it just in case this is not the right one. But I think it's doing good so far. If that's the one you have, Alexis, then I've done the right thing. And here's the pasta. This is the pasta I'm going to put in there. A small seashell pasta. It's very, very small. Oh, you meant the soup? Oh. But no, the box, okay. This is the broth I used. Organic vegan protein broth. And it's lighter colored than your regular vegetable broth. I used all of this and another one that I had. It's creamy legume and vegetable broth. It's got everything in it you could want. It's very good broth. It's lighter color than normal. But that is, I think it's going to be okay. It tastes good. I like it. Yeah, do I have the right tripod? Oh, you'll check your tripod box, because I'm wondering if I got the same one you have, Alexis. If I don't, then I've got boo-boo. But it seems to work without showing my face. You can see my hand. I just have to. Mine has a knob at the bottom. I can turn it all the way around. Oh, you got yours at Walmart? Is it USDA certified? Yeah, it's USDA. See, it's USDA organic. That's what it says right on it. See? There's what it says. Good source of protein. See, we can read everything on the box. No artificial flavors. That's the broth. Yes. Yes, that's the broth. When I buy broth, pretty much I want to buy nothing but organic. Because that organic is much, much better. That's exactly it's much better to have organic. I'm going to put the pasta in now, and you'll watch the pasta in. I have to cook that for 8 to 10 minutes, and then I add the rest of it. Yeah, I did. I got it at Walmart. Okay. I need to know, Alexis, how do I set it so you can see me and the stove at the same time? Because I have tried to figure it out. I thought I did. I've tried to figure it out, and I cannot figure out how I can show myself and cooking on the stove at the same time like you do. Because I know you twist and turn yours, but I just can't figure it out. And I was frustrated, and I said, well, I'll just have to do it this way. You'll have to see my hand, and you'll know I'm here. But it was seeing the stove is more important anyway. You want to see what's going on the stove. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to set my microwave for the timer here. Okay, I'm going to stop that timer. I'll set it for about 8 minutes, and then I'll start it, so then I can just use the timer yeah, I know, I'll get it. It's going to be a little, I set it for 8 minutes, so I'll just stand here and stir this, and I can talk to you while, yeah, I thought it was too, Stephanie. It took me a while to figure it out. Face forward and angle it down. It's definitely a skill. I'm going to have to, I've tried to watch YouTube videos on it, and there isn't much on it, Alexis, to even figure both focus. Well, you can, like I said, you can see my hand, but you can't see my face. So that, and I've got the phone angled a little bit, half vertical and half straight up and down, because it's in order to see the pots. That's what I had to do. So I thought I got the right because I remembered what you said and I kept the message, and I looked it up, and I thought, well, this is the one Alexis has got, but I can't do what she can do and show my face and cook at the same time. I'll figure it out. I think it's probably a lot of trial and error is what it is. But I basically got this for my cooking scopes, and that's it. Oh, well, okay. I won't be awake for that one. But you know something? I will watch the replay on that, because I want to be able to see, because I watched YouTube videos on it, and there just isn't much on how to use it. Nobody showed how to set it up or anything. They just done a review on it and said it's a real good tripod, but they didn't say anything else about what else to do, and it kind of frustrates me. So, welcome to all those. Yeah, there's flies. Yeah, just one fly is bothering me. It's okay. So you're gonna, this being summer, but we're cooling down quite a bit right now. So I'll have to try your pumpkin muffins. I'll have to look at that, watch that replay on that one, Alexis, and see your pumpkin muffins. So I gotta look at my iPad and see what else I have to do now. Okay, and I need some basil and thyme, and I'll get that too. Oh, he's just... I'm going to get some of my basil and thyme out while I'll just keep my stirring here, and I'll get some... But I'm going to keep working with this tripod, and I know I'll get it right eventually. But I do like the legs on it. It is sturdy for the stove anyway. You don't want to set it on the floor and use it, because it just won't work. It's not sturdy enough for that. But I thought, well, if I can cook with it like this, it'll be a little more interesting to people, be able to see what I'm doing. Because Leslie, you can see what she's doing all the time. You see what Alexis is doing all the time. And I always felt embarrassed that nobody could see what I was doing, because I didn't have. Oh, good, Stephanie. I'm glad you have. That's the main thing. I'm so glad you have. No, I certainly don't. I don't know all my neighbors, but I know the next door neighbors are not. So, neighbors on both sides of me are not. So, there may be some on one of the other streets or something, but, but I'm thankful that I could come on. You eat TV dinners. Well, you know something? They're not the best for you. TV dinners are horrible. You know something? They got a lot of processed foods in there. And if you hear Leslie talk, processed foods are not good for you. You don't want to eat processed foods. they are not healthy. It's just not healthy for you at all. So you want to try to make your own food as much as you can. If you watch Alexis' Scopes, she's always making her own food. And that's what's so great about it, because she makes her own food. And she's not vegan either, but she makes a lot of good things that I could probably turn into vegan. She makes some real good desserts sometimes. But you can learn a lot from her. You can learn a lot from other people. Erlene does a lot of cooking. Well, she cooks too, but she doesn't scope them or anything. But yeah, yep. We're on the West Coast. Yeah. Well, Alexis knows that I'm in Oregon, and Alexis is in Georgia. She's on the coast of Georgia. Oh, I understand that. It can be expensive. It really can. I'm not saying it's not. Going organic is very expensive. It can be a lot more expensive buying everything organic. And that's why I don't buy everything organic. I buy organic when I can, but to make everything organic, it's just way too expensive. So I try to avoid that if at all possible. So, but I like this vegan broth. But by the time I get the tomatoes and everything in there, you're not going to be able to see it pretty much anyway. You know, and I'll put my stuff the thyme and the stuff. I'm going to get my stuff I need for that just right now. Yes, it is. It's expensive, but worth it. Definitely. Because you're so much healthier that way. A lot of people say they can't eat vegan. I know. And I don't push my vegan lifestyle on anybody. And Alexis doesn't push her lifestyle on anybody either, because it's not for everybody, you know. I've been vegan for well over a year now, and I started at the weight of 250, and I'm down to 193, which means I've lost a lot of weight. Chicken and dumplings, oh. But I try to, like I said, I try to buy as much organic as I can, and when I went vegan, I went cold turkey. I went and took in everything, and I just stopped eating meat. I stopped eating cheese, stopped drinking milk. Welcome to everybody coming in. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stephanie. It's been a struggle, but I've been able to do it. If you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. You know, it's only got 47 seconds left, and then I'll put the onions and stuff in there, and then I'll have to get the rest of my recipe, stuff I have to add after that. I'm just reading my recipe here, so. Okay. All right. So, and I started a little bit late, then I didn't start it right away, but it'll be okay. It's got 17 seconds to go. I put 8 minutes on it because it's going to be in here a little bit longer. I tell you, Stephanie, I started on this journey, and I told myself I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I want to keep going because I know it's going to be well worth the journey to do so. Okay, now I'm going to add the sautéed onions and garlic. Now, they did get a little brown, but I guess that doesn't matter. But this is easy cleanup. Stuff doesn't stick to it. It may look like it's sticking, but it's not really. But I've used every one of these pans already. Now I've got to see what I've got to add. Okay. Now I'm going to add my 1 can of garbanzo beans. You have to drain it and rinse it off. And I just put it in there to strain it off. And this can of tomatoes is crushed cans of tomatoes, and it's organic, and I'll dump that in here. Oh, I know, they are a snap. They really are. And I'm leaving the handles on too. So even though the handles, I've learned how to take them on and off, I'm still going to leave it on there. Let's see what else I have to put in here yet. Okay. Now I'm going to put the basil and the thyme in there. And only half a teaspoon. And I'm going to get these put in here, and then I put a little bit of salt in. It won't take very much. Sorry for the noise. I'm just trying to get my jars open so I can do this, and then I'll... There. Basil leaves, dried basil leaves, and thyme. So, welcome to everybody coming in, and I thank you for sharing this out. Every little bit helps. And then I'll put just a little bit of salt in. I'm not going to put very much. And this is basically all the recipe calls for. And I'm going to make, this is going to be real creamy. Since I'm using the vegan protein vegan broth, it's going to be real creamy. And it tastes really good. You just heat this through. You get everything in here, you heat it through, and then you shut off. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I've got a different tripod, and it's just a bit of trial and error trying to figure out how to use it. I'm going to get a little bit of salt to put in here. Just got some right here. I'm just going to... I don't want to put too much, so I'm just going to put some in my... You can overdo it. I've overdone it with salt before. So this is basically, you can see this is basically all there is to the recipe. And it's a nice soup. I'm just going to heat it through, and I'm going to shut it off, and I'll have it done. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to post this up on YouTube. It's already up on Facebook. You'll have to go look at the picture that I took on Facebook. And look at the recipe there, because I post everything on Facebook. I post the whole recipe and let you know exactly how I made it and everything. And this is simple as can be. It doesn't take very long to make it, as you can see. And doesn't it look good? You know, you can use regular vegetable broth, but since I already had some started, the vegan broth, I wanted to get that used and get it out of the refrigerator. And where did I get the recipe? I got it on allrecipes.com, Alexis. I get a lot of my recipes there. Allrecipes.com has a lot of vegan recipes. Of course, they have recipes for everything else too. I just happen to go under vegan recipes because that's what I am a vegan. But you can find a lot of recipes there, Alexis, for meat. You use that website? Well, it's got a lot of because since you eat meat, there's a lot of meat recipes. And vegetable recipes, allrecipes.com, yes. What I have is this that you see on my iPad. This is the app. This is the All Recipes app. All I did was find this app. I'll close that up. It's just the app, and up here on the top is where my favorites are. I just go down, tap on my favorites, and open them up, and it brings all my recipes up that I've saved. That's real simple. And I love this app. It seems they have about an app for anything anymore, and it's really amazing. But I'm going to heat this through just a little bit, and then it's done. And as you can see, I think it's going to be very good. You can take a screenshot of it if you want to. It's actually a very good recipe. Tastes very good. I love it. It's one that this is the second time making it, and I'll probably make it again. Of course, once I scope something, I don't scope it again. Okay, it is a chickpea pasta tomato soup. Now, I already have it up on my group, and I've outdone myself. Thank you, Stephanie. I've already got it up on Facebook because I made it a while back. I just didn't scope it then because I didn't have the proper this tripod, so I didn't scope it. But I fixed it once so I could see if I liked it. I liked it, so I thought today, well, I'm going to fix this again and scope it in front of you so that you can see what it looks like, how it is to make it, and it is absolutely delicious. It really is. I think I'm going to shut it off now. It's probably heated through. And I'm going to turn my. Just give me a minute here, and I'll turn my tripod around, and I'll turn the camera around. I'll turn so you can see me. There. Now you can see me. I didn't want you to look there, but you can see that's as simple as it can. Oh, doesn't it though, Barnes? It does, but it's as simple as anything to make. It doesn't take very long to make it, and I'm enjoying making it, and I'm going to make it again. It's one that's everybody can make it, even if you're not vegan. You can, and even though Alexis is not vegan, it's even going to be good for her. Chickpeas are a very good, healthy bean. You know, they're actually a bean. Oh yeah, grilled cheese, yeah, probably. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Yeah, my hair needs being cut, but anyway, I'm just so thankful that I was able to come in here and do this. You know, and I'm also thankful that it's getting cool enough outside that I don't have to have my air conditioner on too much, although I've got a fan on right now. But we're only going to be in the 60s today, not even get out of the 60s. But it's a lot cooler day today. It's a lot more comfortable. I'm going to keep looking for more recipes. I'm going to start doing more recipes, start cooking using this tripod. I'll get the hang of it yet, Alexis, where I can show myself and you. I know it's going to take a little bit of skill, but maybe if you do a periscope on it and I watch it, then I can see how to do it. Oh, you had a cool day of 90? Well, that's not real cool, but yeah, I know I can do it. Yeah. Well, you know, we're winding down. We're winding down the summer season, so we're not going to get as hot anymore. We're going to get cooler, which I'm thankful for that, because we had temperatures in the 90s, close to 100 degrees, and that was just a little bit too much for me. 100 oh my goodness, 105. Oh well, you being in Arizona, Stephanie, you're going to have that. You can keep it. I cannot deal with 105. I can't hardly deal with 90-degree weather. Even when it gets in the 80s, that's a little unbearable. But you know, it's been real easy for me to take lately. Yes, it was here too. Well, yeah, I can probably do that too, Barnes, but I don't eat sour cream. Yeah, that's right. You have no choice. You have to deal with the temperatures. But I am just thankful that it's starting to cool down quite a bit, because I got tired of that heat. You know, being that I'm 70 years old, I can't take the heat anymore. It's just too rough. It's just too hard on me. And now that it's cooled down, yeah, that's right. Make it your own. And I like the fact that Alexis comes in every day and she makes her own recipes. She finds recipes on different places and she writes them. Now, if you're anything like me, Alexis, you're probably going to tweak the recipe a little bit. And I do. I tweak recipes. That's okay. If you find a recipe you like, but if there's something in there that you don't like, you can leave it out. Make it your own. Kind of tweak it a little bit. That's what I do. I tweak it, because there's some things in these recipes I don't always like, and I won't put everything in it that it calls for. So I'll tweak it to my liking, because I know and if I'm not going to eat it after tweaking it, then you know there's something wrong with the recipe, or it wasn't good in the beginning. So, well, no, yeah, you're right. Being 60 isn't a picnic either, but you're 10 years younger than I am. But you still, but you know, with me being 70 years old, I don't know how many more years I've got yet. So I try to make the most of it, the best I can. And I hope to be here for a while, because I want to continue these cooking scopes. Now that I have this tripod, I'll be able to do a better job. Be able to show the stove is what I've been wanting to do. Whether you see me or not, at least you saw the stove. Oh, yes, I am 70. Unfortunately, I am. I don't want to admit it, but I am. You know, a lot of people don't tell their age. You know, I guess you'd say I have to be proud of it, because there's anything I can do about it. You know, it is what it is. God has let me live these 70 years, and I'm so thankful for that. How many more years He's going to give me, I have no idea. But He's given me 70 years. You know, and I just wish I'd have lived them a little bit better than I have. but I'm learning. I'm to the fact where I'm living a lot better and I'm doing a lot better. I find myself having a little bit more energy to be able to do things that I need to do and get things done, which is a good thing too. And I'm thankful that every one of you could come in here. I'm going to have to cool and get ready to eat this in a little bit because it's getting on 2 o'clock. But I'm so glad I could come in here, and I'll probably come in again tomorrow if I find another recipe to do for you. And because I like looking for recipes every day. If I find one, I'll save it and put it on my iPad, because I find it's a lot easier to put it on my iPad like this and then do it that way, because I use my phone for scoping, and the new phones are coming out. I plan on getting one of those, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I thank you all for, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready when I turned 60. I wasn't ready when I turned 70. But here I am, 70 years old. I guess I wasn't ready, but it caught up to me. It caught up to me a lot faster than I thought it would, Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's not, Valerie, but you know something? I don't know how to remember. That's right. Ready or not, you have to deal with it. You have to take life as it comes. I know Alexis is in her 50s, and it's probably no picnic for her to get older. It's not a picnic for any of us to get older. But what can we do about it? Nothing. We have to live with it. We have to deal with it, because when you're dealt lemons, you make lemonade. That's what you do. Yeah, I know what you mean about the hot flashes, Lisa. Been there, done that. I've had them before, and they're no picnic. I had a hysterectomy back in 1998, I think it was. So it's been a long time since I've had a hysterectomy. So I had them then, but I don't have them anymore. Yeah, it's a blessing. But yeah, a lot of people say I don't look 70 years old. Some days I feel older than 70. Some days I don't feel 70 at all. But I'm thankful that the Lord has given me all this, these years to spend on this earth, and I just hope He gives me a few more. But anyway, I'm so thankful that you all came in and shared this scope out, and you could watch me cook. And I'm so thankful I got the right tripod, Alexis. I'll keep working with it so I can try to figure out how to show myself. And of course, if I watch your Periscope and watch the replay, then I'll see how to do it. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to eat this in a little bit. But I thank you all for coming on. And until we meet again, God bless. Take care. And bye-bye.